Local with your host, Chris Kelly.
I don't know whether it's cool or really retarded.
Local X begins now. Local X.
This is amazing.
Local X on 1039 The Bear. Hello, I'm your host, Chris Kelly, and on tonight's show, local concert announcements, a Cheers pub, and this first half hour, we feature Southwestern Michigan's own G Lethal 9. I'll talk to those guys after this song from upcoming release. It's called Electric Grin, and it's on The Bear. Real Rock 1039 The Bear. This is Local X, and I'm your host, Chris Kelly. Tonight on the show, we feature the band G Lethal 9. We have Mike D, Lance, and Chris here in the studio with me. We also have Walt and Brandon in the band, but they were unable to make it tonight. So how are you three guys doing tonight?
Good. Great.
Okay, so where is G Lethal 9 based out of?
Right now we're based out of St. Joe, Michigan, as far as a central location. Guys from Hartford, Stevensville.
So how long has the band G Lethal 9 been around? Because I know it was around way back in the day when I was in high school. I was watching G Lethal 9 play, and then there was a hiatus. There's new members now. So what's been the total time that G Lethal 9 has been in existence?
How long has it been, Mike? I believe it started when I was in 7th or 8th grade. When I was like 15.
Really?
So I'm 32 now. So what's that? It's at 15 years? 17 years? Oh, God, math's horrible.
All right, so basically 1998, so about, 01? 98, 01, something like that, of actually playing out and being a little bit serious. It started in high school, so we were like young, crazy, and then like in the garage and just making up a bunch of joint noise. But when we actually started playing shows and doing like, taking it serious and trying to songwrite was from like 98, 99 to about 01. And then we just quit from typical band issues, like, all the typical drama stuff, you being in the band.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And plus somebody might have died. We don't know. So before somebody died, we stopped and, everybody took a break, kind of did their own thing. And, that kind of genre, back then it was more rap, new metal stuff, right? And then, we kind of quit on that note. And then, like, 11, we had a friend who got murdered. And so that kind of brought us back together. And then Lance, of course, being the man, the best bass player in the corner of Michigan. Yeah. Pretty much Michigan, was gracious enough to jump back in with us. And actually, back in 98, he was our bass player when we stopped also, too. So
Actually, I joined in 2000.
Was it 2000?
Yeah, because Mike Kaczynski was in there before me.
Oh, yeah.
And I came in around 2000, and then 2000 was
1 year.
Records.
Yeah. So we got a total, like back then, we had a total of like 20 recorded songs, don't you think? Besides with Mike and them, and then with Lance, we did the AM album. So we had like total of 20 songs, and they were, on that new metal tip, rap metal tip, whatever. And then everybody still did, or Lance went on to do all kinds of crazy music, and, tours all over the place, general managing and sound touring, and still playing bass. Chris never joined another band. I didn't join a band. Walt did a little bit. Brandon went into the garage and did the turntables.
Yep, I did absolutely nothing for 10 years. I never picked up my guitar.
But the thing is we still loved music. That's right. So back in 11, so basically on a serious note, one of our friends got murdered in 2011. We're all from the same town, so we all still see each other, talk to each other on social sites, whatever. And we were just like, hey, band, let's jam again. Everybody still had their equipment. Chris had all his guitar stuff. Walt, he went and bought drums, but he still, jammed out whenever it could, I guess, right? Didn't he have like an old set or something he still played on, maybe? Well, anyways, we got 011, did 1 year in the basement, and then we got a hold of Lance, and Lance was like, oh yeah, I'm coming back to the St. Joe anyways, and as soon as he jumped in, it changed the whole sound tremendously, don't you think? Like, tremendously it did for me, because it was like, it was a certain style, but then when he jumped in, it just like changed like everything, made it more serious.
How would you say the sound has you then with this current lineup? You more of like a rappy new metal before, and how would you classify it now?
Still groove oriented. Songwriting is by far matured from what it was back then. Obviously, as you hear the tracks, if you were listening to the band back then, you'll hear that. Mike's obviously a better vocalist than he was back then, which makes a great difference as well.
All right. What have been some of the biggest influences for the sound then in your band?
Incubus, Deftones, Old Limp Bizkit.
Old Limp Bizkit.
Yeah.
That's what you like, really, Chris? I like Incubus.
I like Incubus.
I think for me, it's always been like, Primus, the Melvins, Jesus Lizard, Failure, more along those kind of style of bands, where the bass has more been a predominant instrument in the music, because I'm not traditional when it comes to playing for the most part. I try to, fill out like more of a melodic kind of tone in there with very percussive and periphery, but that's not at all like what the music sounds like, but that's just kind of what I've been personal, interest in as far as music goes.
Local X.
Be afraid.
With your host, Chris Kelly, on 1039 The Bear.
Local X on the Bear. Hello, I'm Chris Kelly, and we're still hanging out with this week's featured band, G Lethal 9. So we have a brand spanking new CD that we're playing tracks from tonight. What is the name of the CD?
To be determined.
Okay, so it's that new that you guys don't have a title for it yet.
No title yet.
Yeah, we're
Okay.
just finishing up that end of it.
Why, do you have an idea?
No, I'll let you know if I come up with one. Okay, so then this is just kind of a sneak preview of the songs that are going to be on the CD. Where did you record this?
We did this at my studio in St. Joe, Imperial Studios.
When do you plan on having the final product ready to be released?
I would say within 6 to 8 weeks. We're just waiting on a couple vocal tracks for some guest vocalists to come back and then wrap it up.
So what guest vocalists are you going to have on this album?
Marcus.
Yep, Marcus from Relative Ash. They were on Island Def Jam back in 2000, and when we played around Michigan and a little bit of Chicago and then definitely Detroit, we met them guys and we just got real good friends with them and stuff. And they kind of got a similar style. They got like a emotional style type. So they disbanded like in 2002 or something.
Yeah, they were definitely a big influence on us, though.
Yeah, big influence. They had the cool guitar riffs, like the emotional guitar riffs, and me and the singer had similar styles. So, anyways, got reconnected back with them. I was like, hey man, writing some new tunes, and this song right here is right up your alley, and then we remained pretty good friends. Now we got back in touch, so we're gonna be recording a song with him, and then a guy the Todd Smith from Polka Dot Cadaver now, right?
Polka Dot Cadaver now wasn't Dog Fashion Disco.
Yeah.
Todd's going to be doing a track with us as well, and we're just waiting to get those back so we can, get it mixed out and finished up.
Great. Well, that sounds like it's going to be an awesome release when it's ready. Do you guys have any big shows coming up?
March 15th is Cheers in South Bend with Dasmoct, South Bend, Indiana, The Party from Canton, Ohio, us, Six Pronged Paw from Hastings, Michigan, Apophis from South Bend, Indiana, Unquiet Eddie from Elkhart, Indiana, Ingrid Cold from Stevensville, Michigan, and Hail Shot from Milford, Indiana. So it's going to be a big
8 bands, and we go on at midnight.
We're on at midnight.
And Cheers used to be quite a bit of our stomping ground back in the day when we stopped, back then. So it's pretty cool to come back and play Cheers.
Yeah, first time in 13 years, I believe, since we've been at Cheers.
Yeah, so it's cool to come back and see how the change, because we played back when the stage was just that little stage, and you had that little handrail. It was awesome, because I used to serve a pitcher of beer on that handrail, and just it was like my beer spats. It was awesome.
So then this big CD coming up and some shows coming up. Do you guys have any other big plans in the works for G Lethal 9?
I want to keep playing big shows, man, and writing some really good music is probably the number one thing for me. I just want to keep writing epic stuff. You know what I mean? I just want to keep writing stuff that bounces, man, for real. Seriously. I'm ready to release this one, and then I'm ready to write again. I'm ready to just go back in and start writing some new stuff, new hooks, new riffs, everything.
I just want to bring it back to when we played before. It was a pretty good scene.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of people that showed up to shows where you'd go to a place and they'd be around the whole building. And in the time that we've been gone, it seems it's slowed down quite a bit. We just really like to get it back to where people are excited about coming to see somebody again.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I will post a link then to your Facebook page on my Chris Kelly page and the Local X Facebook page as well, so that the listeners can check you out. Do you guys have any plans for merchandise, or do you have merchandise available now that people can get a hold of?
When the CD release comes out, we're actually going to have full merch, and we'll go with that route. Right now, we're just completely in the infantile stages. When we started this thing, we were just kind of doing it for fun, not really knowing what's going to happen. And now we're just kind of getting back to that level. I mean, we didn't even really have an idea to do a disc when we first started getting back together. It was just
jamming.
Yeah, and the music was there, and it's might as well make a run at it.
Right.
Awesome. All right. Well, then the listeners can keep an eye on your page for all the shows coming up and the CD release and the merchandise.
But yeah, definitely we'd like to reconnect with all these Indiana folks again, man.
I will definitely look forward to seeing you guys playing around town here. Thank you guys so much for coming in here tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I was raised a little different by now, yeah, I really know. What'd you just say?
Local Rock with Local X on 103.9 The Bear.